guys, and I wanted to tell you a story. So, I went on a camp last year and for school, and it was awful. Like, I mean, the activities, well, at least most of them were kind of slightly more interesting than my previous camps, but this one activity sucked so much. So we had to go from our cabins and sit in the rain, and they would explain to us that we have to run this course, and it was so muddy. So first of all, we had to fill this bucket with a bunch of water, and there were like two teams, and who did it first got to move on to the next bit. So people had to stand in it and get all wet. Second was like this tug of war thing, and it was super muddy, yeah. And then we had to do this really hard frisbee throwing thing, and we had to run the whole time, but this bit was really bad where like there was this pool of what might as well have been sewage water. Some people actually said it was sewage water, but I don't think that's legal. I don't think it actually was, but it was basically sewage water. It was all muddy and gross, and so there was like this pole in the middle of that pool that all the mud was in, and so there was a net over it, so we had to climb under the net in the water. Like, the pole was super close to the water, so we basically had to go like into the water wearing clothes into the really muddy, cold, soaking wet water. And yeah, but I can't believe like some people actually enjoyed it. They're like, oh my god, this is so fun. But I mean, congrats if you enjoyed it. I don't care, but that's lucky because I didn't enjoy it at all, but it was sucked. But the thing is, yeah, the food was decent. Apart from this one time we had to, there was like this duty group thing where we had to wash up after dinner and help out with the washing out. So we did that, and it took so long. We had to put all the plates in, and all the plates were pastry. I don't even like pasta. So yeah, that sucked so badly. But the thing is, it took so long because we almost missed out on watching Toy Story 4. I mean, yeah, but I was kind of excited to watch it because I had never seen it, and I don't know. But, yeah. And there was also this one thing where we had to, this was like, there was a water slide, okay, it sounds fun, but it wasn't really. Like, had to get our towels and bathers, and it was so cold. It was so cold just standing there, and we weren't even wet. So we got in, went down the water slide. Oh, and we almost tipped over because it was like the flotation thing just went, and we were like, ah! But when we got in the water, it was like, they had like 3 lakes. So it was a lake, another lake, and a really small lake that connected to the original, the middle lake. So yeah, we went into the middle lake, which was really dirty, by the way. Really, really muddy, cold. And then we got up onto this wooden thing, and I accidentally put my hand in poop. Yeah, so that was fun, but okay, so the next bit was there was like this course you had to climb up, and there was like a ladder that went really high, and you had to stand on it with one foot. Like, you had the harness and everything, but still, I mean, I didn't do it. I skipped out on that, obviously, because I don't want to be dying. But what I didn't skip out on was this harness thing. Like, I've watched other people do it. People have fallen. Well, they didn't actually fall, but like people fell and they had to get back up onto the line, but they were in a harness though, so it was hard. Well, at least it's better than dying, but a few people would pull the strings and to loosen it and tighten up as you went up and down. People lied down on the wire. I didn't. But so yeah, I did it with my friend, and we went up. That was the easy part, but actually no, that was the hard part. The easy part was the scariest bit, I may say, where you had to walk on the wire, and you could just fall off. But the way you didn't fall off was holding the rope up above the other wire. So yeah, with the harness, that was how you do it. But you could easily just trip and fall, not to the ground because you had a harness, but it's very difficult to get back up. Well, I don't actually know it was that difficult, but it would definitely be very scary. So me and my friend walked down it, and we did like a high five or something. Oh my god, yeah. So going down was pretty relief, but I have to admit it was kind of fun. I really wanted to go on to Flying Fox, but I didn't get to do that. We didn't get to do all the activities, which I don't really mind. I just wanted to get back. Anyway, bye. This was definitely a very interesting school camp, and see ya.